Hey everybody, we are back. We are back. I have some additional information that I need to share with you guys, including some video footage that is leaking out regarding the assassination of Haitian president and his wife, Jovenel Moise. His wife, Martine, they are saying she has succumbed to her injuries that were caused by a assassin's bullet. There are 11 million people in the Caribbean nation of Haiti. I'm going to let y'all come on into the room. Hey, Rico, what's up? Yeah, right? It's crazy because what makes this so insane is they managed to get into the president's private residence. Hey, Lavina, how are you? Long time no see. I do too, Rico. I also believe there is some possible foreign interference going on here. Apparently, the assassins spoke a mixture of Spanish and English, particularly with an American English accent. And that's what we want to know, gaming, is was the presidential guard? Where was the presidential guard? And we now have footage coming out from Haiti that seems to show the incident as it was ongoing outside the residence of the president in Haiti. I'm going to show that to you guys. Now, I also want to make sure you guys know that his wife has now succumbed to her injuries. So this isn't just an assassination of a president. It is the assassination of the Haitian president and his wife. Okay. Now, I know there's a lot of shit going on YouTube right now. I can't, I almost can't even keep up with it. And so I may speak on some of it, but right now we got more important matters to discuss. Hey there, everybody coming in. Miss Tina, hello. Yes, you finally caught me. It does, right? There is definitely a setup to this. There's definitely a setup to this. So yeah, I don't care about any clout chasers, any West Bank twerkers that have consistently sat over there trying to get attention for themselves, dragging people's children and all that type of stuff. He is nowhere near on my level. He'll never be on my level. And so, I address him with my fuck streams, because he's a fuck boy. Now, moving on to important things here. Haitian President Jovenel Moise, as I was telling y'all, they're saying his wife has now passed away. There was a group of individuals, some speaking in Spanish, some speaking in English, that attacked his private residence, mortally wounding him. Claude Joseph is now the acting prime minister in this country, in Haiti. They are calling these killers mercenaries, although I never liked that word mercenaries because it almost implies that you're trying to like give mercy by killing, but whatever, right? Mois was 53 years old and his wife was attacked around 1 a.m. local time at their Port-au-Prince residence. The act has been condemned as hateful, inhumane, and barbaric. Videos taken by people in the area of the president's home in the neighborhood of Pelerin 5, above the hills in the capital, suggest that the assailants claim to be DEA agents. Quote, DEA operation, everybody stand down. DEA operation, everybody back up, stand down. Someone with an American accent is heard saying in English over a speaker. Residents reported hearing high-powered rounds being fired and seeing black-clad men running through the neighborhoods according to the Miami Herald, which also cited reports of an exploding grenade and drones buzzing overhead. So y'all getting an idea of how complex this operation was. They had drones overhead. They had grenades. Is this possibly a government-sanctioned assassination? This is no attempt. It happened. And unfortunately, now one of the problems here, before I show you this footage, here's one of the issues that people had with this Haitian president. He went into office and he was supposed to have left office in February, and he still was there. He was ruling through decrees. He was pushing out new decrees that people felt were illegal, as if he was trying to keep a stranglehold on power in Haiti. So let's look at these videos that are being released. These showed up on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a communication app that is used with a lot of people in overseas countries because it's there's no long distance charges, right? WhatsApp is a wonderful tool for communication, right? And it's more of the global universal tool alongside with Twitter as well. Just for anyone in Haiti who may be hearing this right now, or anyone in the U.S. who may be hearing this that has family or has American citizens that are concerned about their family in Haiti, just know that the U.S. Embassy is not open today. They are closed due to this situation. Now, let's take a look at this footage that, you can even see the gun firing. You can see the explosion of the gun here. Again, they said they heavy gunfire, grenades, drones buzzing. They said drones, plural. Let's take a look at this footage. Of course,
Don't stress.
I hate it
Do
when they put
yourself a
commercials
favor.
on this type
Get
of stuff.
any restaurant or store in Texas.
All right. Here we go, you guys. Now, this again happened in the president's residence in Haiti. That's automatic. Okay, there's the gunman. We see the gunman. Someone's obviously recording these gunmen. I've seen 4 gunmen so far. Someone is lying dead outside. Don't know who that is. And look, there's a truck there. There's a truck that said team. They're speaking through a speaker. The hell kind of operation is this? Look at all these vehicles. Okay, let's go back and just re-look at this again. Again, this is footage being leaked out that appears to show the outside of what was going on when the president of Haiti was assassinated. His wife has now succumbed to her injuries. From my understanding, she has now passed away as well. Let's go ahead and digest this again here. I'm going to make this full screen. We've seen 4 gunmen so far. So literally, this was a very elaborate operation, as you guys can see. So they even have guards guarding their vehicles. So nobody was even going to be able to come up on this assassination crew in an easy way. They literally came like a professional hit. This is a professional hit. This looks like a professional hit to me. The DR has closed their borders with Haiti. Hold on. Did I count the right amount? Is that, let's count these people with guns in their hands. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. We see 4. Got assault rifles. We got someone dead outside. Okay, there's 5. Somebody coming out of a vehicle with a gun. So we see 5 gunmen actually in this footage, and they came in a whole team of vehicles with one of the trucks painted that said, unbelievable. And they just drive off like nothing happened. I don't see any license plates. Wow. Okay. So I would expect we're going to hear more than just the president and his wife, because we also see people that were shot and killed outside the residence on the street here. I love that song, Cat. I love that song by Wyclef. Yeah. If I was president. Yeah. On Friday. I can't remember the words, but yeah. Election on something. Lavina, there's no way. These men literally pulled up in front of the president residence. It's like the equivalent of men pulling up to the White House and literally getting out. I mean, they've got speakers, drones. We're talking grenades, automatic weapons. This was no shoddy operation. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God, stop. Like, I literally hit backspace and still just forced the sounds on. Let me refresh the page. There we go. So again, this video is circulating on WhatsApp. He was killed around 1 a.m. local time in Port-au-Prince. The government, the Dominican Republic, has ordered the immediate closure of its border with Haiti, effective immediately. Now, look at the what was written on this truck that was at the scene. This has the president's name on it, but this is the vehicle that the assassins used. This was absolutely planned. For one, we've already counted 5 gunmen. To put that, even 5 gunmen together to do something like this, it's going to cost some money. People aren't going to do this type of stuff for free, right? So the assassins got to get paid. Their weapons have to be purchased. There's something really big going on, and we just don't know what it is. I know there's been a lot of inner turmoil going on within this government. Do you all think it's possible that someone else in the government would have done this in an effort to almost like stage a coup or just to get him out of office, because that appears to be the main thing people are upset with him about, is that he would not leave office. Now, again, the streets of Port-au-Prince are largely empty. They're saying some businesses have been ransacked. Here's a damaged car at the scene. You can see bullet holes everywhere. You guys, I bet you $1 million there's some surveillance video outside that house. I'm hoping even inside that house. And I sure hope it finds its way out. This brazen attack happened one day after Moise had named a new prime minister, Ariel Henry, to prepare the nation for elections in the next 2 months for president, a new parliament, and local government officials. The killing comes amid deepening political and economic stability and a spike in gang violence in the poorest country in the Americas. Moise entered office in 2017. He had been ruling by decree since January of 2020 after legislative elections due in 2018 were delayed in the wake of disputes, including over when his own term ends. Again, for any of you all who ever plan on taking office in the future, you knew what the terms and the rules were when you decided to run for it. So when you get in there, you can't put a stranglehold on your power to stay in office. And that's exactly what it seems like he was doing. He wanted to stay in office. He was supposed to have been out of office by now. And, many people are wondering if that has a lot to do with what happened to him and his wife. Opposition leaders have accused this president of seeking to increase his power, including approving a decree that limited the powers of a court that audits government contracts, and another that created an intelligence agency that would have been controlled by the president. People are very unhappy about that. This is members of the Haitian police looking for evidence outside his residence. Don't you all find it very interesting that it's Haitian police doing this investigation? You guys, when the investigation isn't even clean, it's going to leave up so many conspiracy theories, you guys. Opposition leaders have demanded that he step down, arguing that his term legally ended in February. Moise and his supporters maintained that his term began when he took office in early 2017, following a chaotic election that forced the appointment of a provisional leader to serve during a year-long gap. He faced steep opposition from large segments of the population that deemed his mandate illegitimate, aka illegal, and he churned through 7 prime ministers in 4 years. Claude Joseph was supposed to be replaced this week after only 3 months in the post, and Claude Joseph is the man that was letting the world know that the president had been assassinated overnight in his private residence. Soldiers are currently patrolling that neighborhood. Let's keep looking here. The current Constitution, which was written in 1987 after the fall of the Duvalier dictatorship, declares that any popular consultation aimed at modifying the Constitution by referendum is formally prohibited. The nation of more than 11 million people has grown increasingly unstable and disgruntled under the late president's rule. Wow. Now, there was that devastating earthquake that happened in Haiti, right? Then you had the Hurricane Matthew that came through there. Haitians make less than $2 a day. Can you imagine that? And you got all these tourists flocking. No wonder why when you go down there on a cruise ship or, hit a port, people trying to sell to you as soon as you walk off the boat. The other thing, we actually talked about this on my channel not too long ago. Remember the pastor that was kidnapped in Haiti? for ransom. That was just a few months ago. They said there's been over 16,000 kidnappings in Haiti, for kidnappings for ransom, and they've even been spiking as well. There's the president. That is his wife sitting next to him. My understanding is she has passed away. Um, Unbelievable. The president was assassinated at his home by foreigners who spoke English and Spanish. So that's what you need to understand, is that's what Haiti is saying. Haiti is saying that foreigners came into their country who spoke American English and Spanish and then brutally assassinated the president of Haiti. It is not clear who will replace him. Judge Jean Wilner Morin, president of the National Association of Haitian Judges, told CNN that the line of succession in the country is now murky. The president of the country's Supreme Court would normally be next in line, but he recently died of COVID-19. For Claude Joseph, to formally replace Moise, he would have to be approved by Parliament. But without recent elections, the Parliament is effectively defunct. Wow. All right, let's see what the Miami Herald has to say, because the Miami Herald would be like the closest American paper, right, that would have coverage of this. So let's see what the Miami Herald has to say about this. They got sources of information coming in. Let's go ahead and play this video. This is at the top. Again, we are looking at footage of men with guns. We've counted 5 so far, but we maybe have not seen all of the video. This is it. Oh, wait, you can hear them saying it. Wow, it did sound American, right? Wow. I was trying to see if I could see the skin color of this man here. He does not look black. Hold on, y'all. And look, there's the truck. Hold on, let's go back through this again.
Texas area homeowners, if you have a power meter like this in this,
I get so sick and tired of these damn commercials. Real talk, like, geez. Like, how am I sitting on one page and then you just port me over to another one like that? I can't stand that. It's redirects and stuff. That's really, really messed up. Miami Herald, whoever's running your website, you shouldn't be doing that type. That's so shitty. Y'all, I didn't even change the page. I really do not appreciate that. Had to freaking literally refresh. Okay, here we go, y'all. Sorry. All right. They do say it does sound like an American accent. Wow. They said DEA operations. Everybody stand down. Now I'm trying to look up close. This man here does not look black. I'm looking at his arms. I don't think that's a black man. Maybe that's why we heard him talking Spanish. There's the truck that had his name on it. Miami Herald, I hate your fucking website. I swear. I swear. Like, seriously, that's just bull crap. Okay. Let's see here if there's any other videos that are coming out. Unbelievable. So the unidentified assailant spoke Spanish. I mean, the guy, you could see his arms when we were looking close up on his arms. There, his arms were looked pretty light there. Let me see if there's anything on here that I have not told you guys already. These were mercenaries. A high-ranking Haitian government said, "I am really looking forward to any footage from outside that house to come in, or even inside." Where was the president's guards? Now, here is presidential guards patrolling the entrance to the residence of late Haitian president, right? Where were they this morning? Was that one of the men that we seen laying down on the ground? Did they shoot some of the presidential guard? But again, how does a group of mercenaries manage to come into the private residence of a president, a head of state, and assassinate him and his wife, while at the same time throwing grenades and running multiple drones over the property? That means they didn't have any concern of anyone stopping them from what they were doing, right? Think about it. You're going to bring up drones and all this crazy stuff, like you're flying drones over this property. They come, they sit outside with guns in hand while the multiple gunmen go in and do what they went there to do, which was to assassinate the president. And amongst all of these crises that are happening, right? It's just mind-boggling to me. So there's only 10 elected officials in all of Haiti. Right now, they're all senators. It's all that is in power as of right now. Let's take a look at this video of the scene. During an armed attack at their private residence above the hills of Port-au-Prince. Okay. Just wanted to see if there's any. Let's see what else they're talking about here. This is a vehicle. Those masks? What are those? Unbelievable. Joseph condemned what he described as an odious, inhuman, and barbaric act. The country's main airport, Toussaint Louverture International Airport, is also closed except for diplomatic and humanitarian flights. So right now in Haiti, things are being shut down. The security situation in the country is under the control of the Haitian National Police and the Haitian Armed Forces. Here are ski masks. These are ski masks that lay on the ground outside the residence. Now, first thing I'm thinking, DNA, right? DNA. That's the first thing I'm thinking. Why would they even feel so comfortable to throw their ski mask down on the ground like that, knowing that DNA could possibly get them caught up? Or is it because they are not worried about it? They weren't worried about it, obviously. They went in there, they're flying drones over the president's private residence. It'd be interesting to know sort of what led up to this event as well in the last couple of weeks, because you know that they had to have cased his residence. They had to have. Let me check the some of y'all's comments. I mean, look at this. I mean, it looks like there's a whole rock. It looks like a fortress almost. It almost looks like a fortress. Wow. Okay. I'm going to take a look here to see if there's any updates in the video or if there's any other videos that have been dropped. I'm hearing that the president's wife has succumbed to her injuries. Yeah. The whole scene is tainted, right, Dalai Lama's TA, babe? I mean, wow. It is like a calling card, right? Why are they all in one spot, right? They just took these ski masks off and just threw them down. DNA? Nobody cares about DNA? Interesting. Hmm. Good point. I love your name. We never forget. We never forgive. Oh shit. Okay. Um, let's looking at y'all's comments. And we did find out later that even with the Capitol, situation here in Washington, there was inside help for that. Unbelievable. It's just not every day, right, that a president gets assassinated in his freaking home. The only time, like I said, I can ever think of when like a head of state was assassinated in his home was when the Nepalese prince killed his father. Um, it was crazy. It was crazy. Let me see if I can find any like latest live updates. Haiti's prime minister's calling for harmony. As well. Hold on, y'all. I'm being nosy. I'm about to hit that Twitter and see if there's anything on Twitter. Twitter seems to be like the place where people go. Uh, Officials, for some reason, they like Twitter. So let's see. I love the. When I go to Twitter, I like to go through trending, things that are trending, but there's also a way to even search things like just media. Hold on. I'm just going to search for Haiti. Let's look at videos. Let's see if there's any other videos regarding this. Hmm. Is it possible that the Dominican Republic could have sent assassins? Being the fact these men were speaking Spanish, you can literally see. Wow. Now, my understanding is the president's son survived and managed to escape. I don't know how old his son is, but that's my understanding. Wow. Hmm. I'm just like trying to take in any clue that I see. Trying to see if there's any update on his wife. most of what I'm seeing is saying that his wife has also been killed or has succumbed to her injuries. Wow. Assailants of Haiti's president and his wife identified themselves to be agents with the United States. DEA operation. Everybody stand down. DEA operation. Government officials thinks the assassins were mercenaries. Let's turn this back. Wow. You can see people. Look real close. Go. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. 10. I'm counting 10 people so far. 3 cars. Wow, you can hear it. You can hear the screaming.
Police haïtien, oui. Police haïtien mélangé avec blanc. Ça blanc yo même yo ouais nèg haïtien au courir en l'air là. Nèg Jovenel yo.
Yeah, the guy talking because it is a French accent, but this is in Haiti, Terry. This is footage captured outside the residence of the president who was assassinated there overnight. We can see multiple cars. I really wish they would have recorded the whole thing. Like, every piece of footage is important, but we haven't seen this one yet. But you can actually hear people screaming. I'm looking forward to some of you people coming out and making some CCs on these videos so that we can understand what's being said when you all enhance that audio. I don't know, Beverly, but I did see someone laying on the ground outside. They're sort of slow with the info coming out. They spoke Spanish, Beverly. You too, Terry. God bless you as well. You can hear screaming. You can hear it. Are we hearing the assassination of this president?
Police haïtien mélangé avec blanc. Ça blanc yo même yo ouais nèg haïtien au courir en l'air là. Nèg Jovenel yo. Oh, yo point Jovenel aller.
Hey, Natalie.
Président aller bah quoi? Président aller. Shit. Ou pas nèg yo désarmer nèg Jovenel yo. Ah, président aller.
If anybody understands what he's saying, let me know. We may have some people that speak multiple languages in the chat. Y'all can understand what he's saying in French. Let me know. Okay, so the assassins, claimed to be DEA, spoke a mix of Spanish and English with a U.S. accent. Haiti's government says highly trained foreign attackers are involved. All borders and airports have been shut down. We can clearly see this man here is not black, for sure. We can see that. We can see it because he's in the light. Why were they so careless? Throwing those ski masks on the ground. I see Google's been hitting some records. I'm gonna have to wait till the next red day and buy a couple shares. They almost hit 4,000 a share. Google is a nice long hold, I'll tell you. So is Microsoft. So is Apple. Can never go wrong. Oh, they've imposed martial law as well.
Politics BBC. Politics BBC.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Haiti's interim prime minister Claude Joseph offered few details about President Jovenel Moise's assassination, aside from a cryptic comment that some of the attackers were speaking Spanish. Check it.
Ou attaquer l'évidence du président de la République là, le président a succombé à blessure. Madame Président est présentement à prendre soin que calme nécessité parce que lui-même tout était pour en balle. Présentement, moi-même comme Premier ministre Haïti, moi avec CSPN là, moi voulais faire un appel à la population parce que nous condamnons d'abord acte, nous sommes capables de dire barbare ça. Assassinat président, mais on voulait son appel au calme à la population, accompagné du reste et de CSPN que nous venons là avec DG Léon Charles, ministre intérieur, et pour me citer ça seulement. Situation sécurité pays, il est déjà sous contrôle.
All right, so it says we didn't identify the group. They spoke Spanish or English. The president succumbed to his wounds. There's his wife, Martine. His wife currently needs medical attention because she was shot by a bullet. Currently, as prime minister, with the CSPN, I launch an appeal to the population. We condemn this barbaric act, the assassination of the president. I call for calm of the population. Accompanied by the CSPN and Léon Charles, Minister of the Interior, to name just a few. The situation of the country is already under control. Everybody stand down. DEA operation. I mean, they got lights. They're scoped out. The whole nine.
The president of Haiti has been assassinated. According to the country's prime minister, assailants breached the presidential residence early this morning and killed the 53-year-old head of state. NPR's Carrie Kahn has more.
In a statement, Prime Minister Claude said assailants forced their way into the residence, shooting the President Jovenel Moise as well as the First Lady. The Prime Minister said Moise had been mortally wounded. Joseph urged the nation to remain calm and said the National Police and the armed forces would keep the country safe. Moise has been politically unpopular for years. He was a political newcomer when he emerged as the winner of the 2016 election, which was marred by controversy. He wasn't able to assume the presidency for more than a year and insisted he would remain in office until 2022. He recently passed laws consolidating his power. Gangs now rule most of the capital. Food and fuel are in short supply, and kidnappings and crime have skyrocketed. Carrie Kahn, NPR News.
I'm Janine Herbst, and you're listening to NPR News.
Wow. I really, really look forward to more video footage coming out. There were so many neighbors around, right? And I just really wish they would have been filming more than 27 seconds of this. Please, I'm begging. There's got to be more. There's got to be more footage than this, right? Now, check this. Apparently, this president, his killing followed mass protest over his plans to rewrite Haiti's constitution, to pardon himself from any crimes committed while in office, and that will piss some people off, right? Let's go back. We were kind of talking about that earlier. He was going to rewrite the Constitution to grant himself immunity. Wow. He sparked mass protest across the country, growing demands for his resignation. Under his rule, fuel and food prices spiked in a country where most people make less than $2 a day. Gang violence has dramatically rose. The island nation has struggled to recover since the 2010 earthquake and Hurricane Matthew in 2016. Oh, look at Drake. What's Drake doing? That's going to become a meme for life, right? Earlier this year, Vice News was in Haiti to cover the violent protest calling for President Jovenel Moise ouster. We tracked him down to press him about his handling of the security situation. Last night, he was assassinated. It's crazy to imagine that a president can be in his private home and be attacked like this. You know, it's unbelievable. So I think that's why people are so shocked.
What's your reaction, Mr. President, to the Haitian president being assassinated?
We need a lot more information, but it's very worrisome about the state of Haiti.
Does the U.S. have a role in seeking justice?
All right, well, guys, this is all that I have right now. So we've got really two main video clips that have come out that we're following so far. I'm hoping there will be some additional video clips that will come out and show more of what was going on around that residence. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. For now, guys, that's all I have for right now. And I'm just looking at some of these comments. Sorry, guys, I'm just now seeing these comments. You know, politics is a very touchy subject. So Let people say whatever they want. I don't care as long as it's not disrespecting me. No problem, Lavina. I'll keep my eyes posted on this story. It's unbelievable. Yeah, Dalai Lama, that's the key, right? People, it's like they get in office and they don't want to relinquish that control. And then, they start getting greedy and, and it's not specifically saying that about him. I'm just saying in general, like what we've seen, happen sometimes in the past where people get like this power hunger to be in power, and they don't want to let that power go. So anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys later. I'm sure we'll find out more information as this story makes its way around the globe again. I mean, I've heard that his wife has succumbed to her injuries. I don't know if there's been any changes to that. I don't know. So we did hear it actually confirmed on French news. Also, guys, 10 more bodies have been pulled from the rubble in Surfside. The building, the condo collapse. There's still over 100 people in that rubble. So until next time, guys.